Very good morning to all my dear students. Welcome to St. Anne's Public School, Bagpat. Online Economics classes, Part 5th, Class 12 Commerce. As you know that we are working from our home. So, my dear student, today we will discuss chapter number 7, Aggregate Demand. Chapter number 7, Aggregate Demand. As you know that in my previous video, we have discussed what is the meaning of aggregate demand and what are the components of aggregate demand and we have also discussed aggregate demand with the help of schedule and diagram. Aggregate demand with the help of schedule and diagram. But today we are going to discuss meaning of aggregate supply. Meaning of aggregate supply. See, what is the meaning of aggregate supply? Aggregate supply refers to money value of final goods and services. Aggregate supply refers to money value of final goods and services that all the producer are willing to supply. Aggregate supply refers to money value of final goods and services that all the producer are willing to supply in an economy in a given time period. What does it means that? Again, I am repeating, aggregate supply refers to money value of final goods and services that all the producer are willing to supply in an economy in a given time period. See, you can say here all the producer are means all the producer are planning to supply in an economy in a given time period. It means that aggregate supply is also known as planned output. Supply means output, you can say planned supply or you can say planned output. I hope all of you have understood. See, in other words, aggregate supply is the total supply. Aggregate supply is the total supply of goods and services in the economy. During a given period of time. This is the another definition of aggregate supply. It's up to you. You can write this definition. Either you can write this definition or this definition. It's up to you. See, now after this, see, note, aggregate supply is the value of total output. Obviously, aggregate supply, because see, aggregate supply is the total supply of goods and services. That's why aggregate supply is the value of total output available in an economy. Total output means total supply of goods and services in an economy during a given period of time. During a given period of time. Therefore, it is equal to national product. It is equal to national product means, or you can say national product means output of a country, means output of a country, and or you can say production of a country, or national income or national income. You know that what is the short form of national income? NNP at FC. NNP at FC. And NNP at FC means, see, NNP at FC. See, NNP at FC. And you know that what is the full form of NNP at FC? Net. N means net, NP means national product at factor cost. Net national product at factor cost. And what is the definition of national income? Listen carefully. National income means refers to money value of all final goods and services. Money value of all final goods and services produced either produced only by normal resident in the entire world during a given period of time. In the entire world during a given period of time. I hope meaning of national income is clear. See, symbolically AS equal to Y means, AS means aggregate supply and Y means national income. See, components of aggregate supply. Components of aggregate supply. There are two components of aggregate supply. See, Components of aggregate supply means there are two components of aggregate supply. First consumption, second is saving. See, what is the formula of national income? What is the formula of national income means? What is the formula of Y? Y is equal to C plus S. Y is equal to C plus S, and you know that A is equal to Y and Y equal to C plus S. So we can say that A is equal to C plus S. A is equal to C plus S. See, there are two components of aggregate supply. First is consumption. What is consumption? When portion of national income, when portion of national income is spent on goods and services is called consumption expenditure. When portion of national income is spent on goods and services is called consumption expenditure. I hope definition of consumption is clear. See, saving, you can say in microeconomics, what is the definition of consumption? Listen carefully. Consumption is a process in which consumer buys goods and services to fulfill his wants, you can say to fulfill his needs. But see, in macroeconomics, what is the definition of consumption? when portion of national income when portion of national income is spent on goods and services is called consumption expenditure. My dear student, this is consumption of a country. And in microeconomics, that is a consumption of a person. That is a consumption of a person means consumption of an individual in microeconomics, but this consumption relates to consumption of a country. I hope all of you have understood. See, what is the definition of saving? When balance is saved, when balance is saved after the consumption expenditure. When balance is saved after the consumption expenditure, that balance is called saving. That suppose expenditure balance is called saving. Suppose see, let's take an example to understand this. See, what is the formula of income? C plus S, and income is equal to ₹100 and consumption is equal to ₹80. It means that you know that what is the formula of income? C plus S, and you can say that consumption is a part of income and saving is a part of income. Consumption is a part of income and saving is a part of income. It means see, what is the definition of consumption? Consumption is that part of, see, consumption, you can say when portion of national income, see, ₹80 is a part of ₹100, ₹80 is a part of ₹100 means when portion of income, we can say portion of, see, when portion of national income means when ₹80 of ₹100 is spent on, we can say when ₹80 out of ₹100, when ₹80 out of ₹100 is spent on goods and services is called consumption expenditure. See, saving, when balance means saving Y minus C, 100 minus 80 means ₹20. When balance is saved means ₹20 after the consumption expenditure means after the ₹80. ठीक है, after this that balance is called saving. When balance is saved after the consumption expenditure, the balance is called saving. I hope all of you have understood what is the definition of consumption and what is the definition of saving. After this, see, symbolically, as equal to C plus S is equal to Y. We know that. See, now we will try to understand aggregate supply with the help of schedule. Aggregate supply with the help of schedule. See, first of all, you will take income, then after consumption, then after saving, then after aggregate supply. See, I'm taking here income I'm starting income from zero up to 600, see, 0, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. And all of you know that, and all of you know, or you can say all of you are aware from these value, you can say from these value, because according to aggregate demand at zero level of income, this is positive consumption, and you know that this positive consumption is known as autonomous consumption. This positive consumption at zero level of income known as autonomous consumption. See, then after I'm increasing consumption level by constant rate, means at the rate of rupee 80. See, rupee 80 means 120, rupee 80 plus 80 100 plus 80 280 plus 80 360 plus 80 440 plus 80 520. See, you have means you got the value of income and you got the value of consumption. Then you can find value of saving. Find value of saving. Y minus c, y minus c, y minus c. See, 0 minus 40 minus 40, 100 minus 120 minus 20, 200 minus 200 0, 300 minus 280 20, 400 minus 360 40, 500 minus 440 60, 600 minus 520 80. So this is the value of saving, and you know the formula of A as C plus S. C plus S. What is the formula of A as C plus S? C. Add consumption plus saving. 0, 120 minus 40, 120 plus minus 40, 100, 200 plus 0, 200, 280 plus 220, 300. See in this note, therefore it is equal to national product, means aggregate supply is equal to national income. Aggregate supply is equal to national income. And see here, this is national income, and this is aggregate supply. See, value of national income and value of national income and value of aggregate supply, both are equal. See, you can see in table. See, so I hope all of you have understood. First of all, we have discussed what is the meaning of aggregate supply, and then after we have discussed aggregate supply is equal to national income. And we have discussed components of aggregate supply, and we have also proved that national income is equal to aggregate supply. According with the help of schedule. I hope all of you have understood how will you make table of aggregate supply. I hope all of you have understood. See, after this is the aggregate supply curve. Then first of all, you will take consumption and saving means aggregate supply on the y-axis and income on the x-axis. Aggregate supply on the y-axis and income on the x-axis. I hope all of you have understood. Then after you will put the value of income and aggregate supply in this diagram, or you can say you will show value of income and value of aggregate supply in this diagram. Then after you will get aggregate supply curve, which is a straight line. see, which is straight line, because aggregate supply is increasing at a constant rate. Aggregate supply is increasing at a constant rate. See here, I hope all of you have understood. See, uh, I hope this is clear. See, how will you explain this diagram? How will you explain this diagram? Again, now I am explaining this diagram. Please try to understand. See, in the above diagram, income is represented on the x-axis, and see here, consumption and saving are measured on the y-axis. Consumption and saving are measured on the y-axis. I hope it is clear. See, after this, a 45-degree line, see this line, a 45-degree line, which represents the aggregate supply. 45-degree line which represents the aggregate supply has been drawn from the origin. See in this diagram, aggregate supply is starting from the origin. That's why has been drawn from the origin. The line is drawn by taking the same scale, on both axes at every point on this 45-degree line. Means y equal to c plus s means this axis and this axis both are equal. I hope all of you have understood. How will you explain this diagram? Again I am explaining, listen carefully. In above diagram, income is measured on the x-axis, and consumption and saving are measured on the y-axis. A 45-degree line which represents the aggregate supply has been drawn from the origin. I hope it is clear. The line is drawn by taking the same scale. On both the axes at every point on this 45-degree line. Y equal to c plus s. I hope all of you have understood meaning of aggregate supply, components of aggregate supply, and schedule of aggregate supply, and diagram of aggregate supply, and explanation of this diagram also. Have a good day and thank you very much.